You can just place them at the side there. Then you can extra.
10-15.
10-15. Not 10-15. I would have preferred earlier because of my meeting. They are somewhere with you.
Yes. 9:45.
Let's just 10-15. Yeah, I would prefer before 10. Yeah, because by 10:15 I should leave. So we have the matter that the prosecution has completed.
Senior counsel. Dr. John Amino. Dr. Mr. Peter Njage. And Mr. George Wajakoya. Applied with the bond terms that the court did issue. The personal bond was executed of 2024. Has issued an order stopping you from proceeding with the proposed charge in respect to the firearms certificates and the firearms. And the same court in petition E396 has also issued directions. E396 has also issued directions on the hearing of the content application in relation to the act of contempt committed by the DCI and its acting Inspector General of Police. And they are required to appear on the 19th of September. That is next week on. Before that, to go on the 19th of September. That is next week. And in that same matter, the court will give directions on whether the proposed charge sheet brought as a result of the breach of its orders should continue. In light of the interventions by the High Court, I want to make application before you, Your Honor, to arrest your ruling. Pending further directions or orders from that court. The 19th is next week. No prejudice will be suffered by anybody. The country is still at peace. The deferment of your ruling will not lead to an atomic bomb being dropped on the country. And we'll be back here to report on whatever directions that High Court will have given. And your proceedings will be the neater and enriched once we hear the voice of my Lord at the High Court. I dare propose, Your Honor, that we can take a further mention date of this matter, probably in the month of November, for purposes of parties reporting to you the status of the now active proceedings before the High Court. That which this Honorable Court, in its judicial wisdom, can undertake. And Your Honor, as I sit down, I just want to buttress the issue of how the respondents have convoluted our judicial system by disobeying court orders. And it's now a matter of public notoriety.
Counsel,
Yes,
you seem to be going to something which will need a response.
I will leave it. I'll be guided.
Yes,
I just wanted to
at a different
stress.
forum.
I'll leave it. Much obliged. Sorry. November or any other date convenient to the court when we come back to the court. That's all. And for good measure, Dr. Mino has arrived.
Your Honor, I do apologize.
The orders that you've been notified about from the High Court stopping your ruling today, to continue reading on the same page with the Defense Counsel, I see he has served you with the orders. We'll also request that they serve us with the papers you've been given so that we continue reading in the same page and be able to look at the orders that they were talking about in details. We continue to appreciate the orders and since we have not been able to read through, we'll leave it to the court to direct whatever orders they were talking about. I would have wished they also so that if at all there are any issues, we can be able to respond. At this point, we are not able to respond appropriately because we've not seen the orders they were talking about.
Do you need time to
Yeah, we need time. Yeah, we need time to look at them.
I've not also looked at them, but are you able to look at? You've not given them.
Your Honor, we had served their office. I'll serve him.
Because you've given me something, I think it's important that he looks at it before I look at it.
I'll serve him.
Even for purposes of today, whatever
Okay.
order I make, I think it was important that counsel sees what it is that you're giving me.
Okay, Your Honor, also Mr. Owiti, also just for the state law, also holding his brief.
The name is Owiti.
Yes. He has another matter in Russia today.
Okay. I recorded Mr. Sonia and of course you too, because you're already present.
Noted, Your Honor. Yes, now that you have been served with the orders.
Yes, and that is Ms. Wanjigi.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, we were ready to take the ruling today, but in light of counsel's application to arrest this ruling, we'll be praying for time to make our reply. Our reply on that application, as we peruse the documents and the orders. We'll be praying for a motion in 1 week's time, Your Honor.
The application. And we can take a date for their response in one week either.
Your Honor, 19th we are before Justice Bahati, so we can come on the next week.
Next week. Just agree on a
If
date as
27.
counsel.
27.
On 27.
27 is a Friday. We can come on 26.
It's a Friday.
We can come on 26.
26 is okay.
Yes, 26 is okay.
Of September. And for the reason, the reading of the ruling is deferred. So let's come back on that day. We hear from the prosecuting counsel, and then we make a decision. All of us having looked at the High Court decision.
That's okay. And for good measure, Your Honor, we'll serve them. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Are your colleagues coming, Ama?
Yes, they're coming.
Where's police?
Was to issue a ruling on deferment of plea taking on the proposed charges that the state are trying to illegally bring against my client Jimmy Wanjigi. And we informed the court that there are proceedings going on in the High Court, and in one of the files the High Court has stayed any further proceedings or prosecutions in relation to the proposed charges until the petition consider that ruling, and at this stage to arrest its ruling and stay its proceedings in recognition of the High Court order. We did also inform the court that the matter in the High Court is coming up on the 19th of September, and that we can report back to court on what the position of the High Court is once the court does these matters, and the court has agreed to that request. So we are coming back on the 26th of September for further directions. But I must say this, it is important that we note that we are operating within the purview of the rule of law. And as opposed to acting Inspector General of Police convict Masiangeli, we obey court orders as and when they are issued. Convict Masiangeli is a notorious abuser of the court process. He doesn't respect court orders. He disobeyed 7 court orders. He has been convicted. He is supposed to be sentenced tomorrow. As opposed to him, as we believe in the judicial process, we submit to the courts and the authority, and we respect their orders. And you also witnessed today in court, even the state representatives who are not averse to respecting the court orders. And this should be a lesson to convict Masiangeli. You need to report to court tomorrow to be convicted and sentenced to committee. If not committee, Kodiaga. If not Kodiaga, Manyani. And the Kenyan citizens have a responsibility to arrest you and to take you to any of those facilities in defense of our constitution. Thank you very much. That's all I have to say. Some of the members of that bunge had also equally been legally arrested and arraigned in court on similar issues, allegedly because they are associated with Mr. Jimmy Wanjigi. So they were arrested and they planted fake explosives on them and purported to charge them for that offense and allegedly for creating disturbance. So the president of Bunge, Jacaranda, is here and he can talk to you.
Jahom, Bunge la Mwananchi president wa Jacaranda headquarter. So since 8888 tulikuwa tunafuata hii maneno ya serikali kunyanyasa watu, na tumeona wako na tabia zingine which are not supported by our constitution. Abduction, killing, arresting and shooting innocent Kenyans. Sahi walishika His Excellency Jimmy Wanjigi. Wakati walimshika, walimnyanyasa kwa cell. Sasa nawaambia serikali waache hiyo tabia. Sisi tuko na Mheshimiwa Jimmy Wanjigi bumper to bumper mpaka 2027. Thank you very much.
Citizens of this republic. And we are here attending court on trumped up charges. These police, and let me not say, I want to say William Ruto's police, have all the time to tafuta crime on innocent people. But 71 young men and women died on the streets. I've not seen one person brought to court to account for those deaths. There are people who were found in a quarry, young women. We are told there was a man who escaped from prison. We have never seen anybody brought to this court and charged with those crimes. We have seen friends like Bob Jage and the Longton twins, and several other names that have now been made public that have been abducted. Bob Jage was abducted after seeing me in Kamukunji police station, where I was actually illegally taken. And this is what, 4 or 5 weeks? 5 weeks now. 5 weeks. We have yet to know where he is. And the Longton twins, we pray for their families. The people who are committing these crimes are not before these courts. They are not charged. This is what you call embedded impunity. And that impunity is being perpetuated by one William Samoei Ruto, who has decided the Constitution is not his true north. He will not follow it. He will ignore it. He will ignore the oath that he took. This is a delinquent of the Constitution in power. And I want to tell him, as I've said over and over again, mene tekel, it has happened. No matter what you do, no matter what you try and do, your time to rule, to govern this country is over. It is over. And the country is coming for you, not just Jimmy. We are coming for you because you are a delinquent of our laws. It is actually a shame to imagine you as a president of this great republic. You do not represent who we are, our values, our true essence of Kenya. You do not. And because of that, know that your time and the time for honoring yourself is very soon coming to an end. Asanteni sana.
Maybe just a children who are missing, and you've spoken about the government not following up. What can you say about it?
Yes, I saw the DCI trying to respond to those claims that those are children who did not come to school. I think we know the credibility of that DCI now. Yeah? There are people who come and plant fake evidence. There are people who have been part of killing Kenyans here. I want to tell that DCI, we do not believe you. Those mothers who are crying for their children are not crying out of emptiness. Don't tell us stories. We want to know why Kenya has become the killing fields under this regime. We are the killing fields under the Ruto regime. Why are we the killing fields? One day, and that day is coming soon, you shall all answer to why you created the killing fields of Kenya. Asanteni sana.
Thank you.
Thank you.